Item Number SCP-7221 Object Class Uncontained Special Containment Procedures MTF Theta-1221 We Hate Clowns is to be deployed to SCP-7221's location upon its manifestation. Members of Theta-1221 are to be trained in Mime-tic combat techniques in order to capture and contain SCP-7221. Description: SCP-7221 is a male humanoid wearing typical mime makeup. This subject possesses thaumaturgical properties, which it uses in aid of its mime street performance in Rhodes, Greece. To date, SCP-7221 has been observed to perform only minor acts of thaumaturgy, such as applying invisible force to trip Foundation agents, erecting invisible walls to block thaumaturgical attacks, and scanning buildings with an invisible rope. Addendum 7221-1. The following log is a transcript capture attempt on SCP-7221, carried out by Theta-1221. Begin log. SCP-7221 is visible at a street corner performing a routine for tourists who toss in coins into its hat, which lays on the ground before it. This is Theta-1, confirming visual on SCP-7221. Theta-2-3, do you see him? Yes, Mom. Yes, him. Perfect. Let's move in. Try blending in with the crowd. All three operatives move towards SCP-7221 from their resting point. 3, you approach him first. 2 and I will prep the trap. Aye. Theta-3 approaches SCP-7221 and taps it on the shoulder. Theta-1 and 2 stand 2 meters behind SCP-7221 and begin deploying a portable reality anchor. As 3 gets his attention, SCP-7221 turns around the wrong way and notices the portable reality anchor. It produces a miniature umbrella from its pocket and opens it. Before the anchor can activate, SCP-7221 is lifted by a strong wind and floats 20 meters away. We've been made! No crap! Time for a change of plans, boys! Theta-1 mimes cocking a shotgun. Theta-2 and 3 cheer. Yes, Mom! The 3 operatives chase after SCP-7221, procuring Mime-tic firearms as they run. SCP-7221 lands on top of a nearby building, conjuring a wall as the operatives begin to fire on it. Theta-2 produces a stun grenade and throws it at SCP-7221, dazing the entity momentarily and allowing Theta-1 and 3 to land several shots on it before recovering and reinstating its wall, beginning to run along the rooftop away from the operatives. 2. Follow it! Keep eyes on it at all times. Stay on radio contact. 3, with me, will loop around and try to catch it off guard. Yes, Mom! Theta-2 runs after SCP-7221, while Theta-1 and 3 make their way onto an adjacent street and begin to make their way in the same general direction as the entity. Theta-2 fires at SCP-7221, causing it to leap from the rooftops onto the street, where Theta-1 and 3 rapidly approach it, opening mime fire on the entity. It seemingly dodges every shot, catching one between its fingers and flinging a bullet back at Theta-3, who is hit in the knee. 3's hit! 2, get your ass over here! Yes, Mom! Theta-2 approaches the entity from behind and begins firing. It retreats into a nearby alley, conjuring a wall as it does so. Make sure 3's alright. I'm going after it. Yes, Mom! Theta-2 drops to her knees and begins to examine Theta-3's injury as Theta-1 pursues SCP-7221 down to the alleyway. As she continues her pursuit, SCP-7221 throws a large object at her, causing her to stop in order to avoid it. She fires, hitting the entity in the foot, causing it to stumble. Theta-1 runs towards the entity as it regains its footing and continues to run. Get over here, goddammit! SCP-7221 rounds a corner before coming to a stop, seemingly staring at something. A gunshot is heard. and SCP-7221 falls to the ground, bleeding from a gunshot wound on his forehead. A woman carrying a pistol approaches the entity, keeping the gun aimed at it. She speaks into a portable radio in her free hand. Wire to command! Boogie down! Wire receives a response through the radio, which the recording does not pick up. She lowers her weapon and turns to leave. Hey! Wire turns to look at Theta 1. You saw nothing. Don't. Let me guess, GOC. Maybe. I'm guessing your Foundation based on the shenanigans you were engaging in. What? You were chasing a mine with imaginary guns. You hit it with imaginary bullets. One of you guys back there is nursing an imaginary wound. What the frick do you all do in your spare time? Sit in a room and make up the best ways of making yourselves look like freaking idiots to the wider world? Jesus! Wire leaves. Theta 1 stands in silence for a moment. Huh. And log.